Back inside Fugate Gymnasium, the Keystone Solid Surfaces halftime report. Time for our post-game interview from the first post-game, obviously. Big win for the Newman women as they beat Missouri Southern 55-51. And this is the Mel Hambledon Ford post-game coaches interview. They're getting ready for their biggest Black Friday ever. Prizes for the first 100 people in line. 10 cars priced at under $1,000. Check them out online, mhford.com. Caring about you before, during, and after the sale. That's the Mel Hambledon Ford difference. Well, Coach, 4-point win. You always say that you never mind your team winning like you look, and this might be one for that album here today.
Yeah, is it okay if I sit down? Because I'm a little tired.
I understand.
That's just the epitome of finding a way right there. And we always talk about the shots that we get, and we got open shots, we just weren't making them, which happens a lot in the first game, right? You think back a few years back, it's like we've always lost our very first home game. And so this is a lot of growth from a team that just found a way. A lot of different players stepped up, and I thought we defended well the entire night. A little bit more aggressive second half, got to the free throw line more, which is what we do, and it just, I saw a team grow up right before my eyes.
Yeah, we talked about that. We thought you came out defensively. You guys were on par, probably. You were satisfied with that in the first half. Same thing, going 0 for 5, 0 for 6, from the field. But we said second half, you got to grind it, get to the basket. But more importantly, I talked about the 6 seniors, and I listened to your interview, and you talked about team chemistry and everybody in it together. And that was apparent in the first half.
Oh, this group is night and day different than what we were a year ago. And it's and I don't know if the COVID thing, a pandemic, but ever since last spring through the summer, when we were all in touch with each other and doing different leadership things, and you could just see it coming. And I mean, for us to go in quarantine for 2 weeks, come out and have 5 days to practice before this game, it says a lot about those kids and how the seniors have just said, you know what, we're not going through that again. We're gonna be here for each other. We're gonna do it for each other, and yeah, it's obvious, and that's what kept us in that game, especially when we went like 3 straight turnovers, like 4 straight misses, and they capitalized on all of them, which is MIAA play. But yeah, really proud of this group.
Well, and I wanted to ask about Riley Malloy, a player who has not gotten a lot of minutes for you, kind of been a bench player, a role player, but she comes out, starts today, 19 minutes, 4 for 4, 2 for 2, a career high 10 points. Also Michaela Hayes came out and played well today.
Yeah.
You got a lot of stuff. I don't know if I would have picked those 2 players to be 2 of your offensive leaders, but it just kind of shows what kind of a family atmosphere you have. And I know especially for Riley, and I know Michaela too, but she's a junior. We'll throw this on the senior here a little bit.
Sure.
How happy, how satisfying is it for you to watch a kid that you've recruited and known for so long come out and really show out here in her first game in her senior season?
Riley's always had the ability. It's just, I call her happy feet because she just gets going so fast. And I mean, knowing her since she was little and was one of my ball kids at New Mexico State, and it's just, kids are ready at different times. You can't force it. You can't, even we want her to do well, but she's got to want it. And her whole approach this year has just been good. And so maybe it's her time. Maybe it's without Braxton, she had to step in and it was huge and hit some shots. And we started a pretty big team. We have good length, although at times Missouri Southern made us look small. But yeah, it's really gratifying to see Riley just embracing that and not getting upset because they're not playing.
Sure.
Which starts chemistry bad issues, which we had a couple of that last year. And she's just like, okay, for 3 years, I'm here. What do you need? And she didn't know she was going to start until about, maybe 1 o'clock today. But yeah, very proud of her for sure.
Well, you talked about that last year. Maybe it's a year in advance now that you have to have seniors step up for you and do things, and kind of inconsistent last year. Maybe this is the year it happens for you.
Yeah, no question, because like I always say to the senior class, if not you, who? We have a very good freshman in Sydney Nillis, but if not the seniors, why recruit to get them through the 4 years, but that's what sets you apart, especially in the women's basketball side of the MIAA. It's 4-year kids growing up in a program and then sprinkling in some transfers, which we've done too. So yeah, it's their year. Yeah, it's the seniors need to drive the bus.
Well, final question for you, Coach, because we're running out of time here for halftime. Pittsburgh State coming up. Obviously, Thanksgiving will be a lot more delicious if you start 2-0. What are your thoughts about the Gorillas on Tuesday?
Pitt State's got some returning kids. They got beat up pretty good today at Central Oklahoma.
Yeah, they did.
And so, who knows? It's every day. It's day to day with this stuff. Got to learn how to laugh a lot more and just take it as it comes. But this group's going to get better each day. I just know it. Whatever that means in win total, we'll deal with it when we get there.
6-3 in season openers, head coach Darin Spence, and most importantly, 1-0 this year in the MIAA. Congratulations,
Thank
Coach.
you. Go Jets.